Welcome back to another edition of Ask Ron, where every week Ron answers your questions. My name is Jesse, and I have Ron here ready to answer yours.
Yep, we are here in the middle of a quick start real estate school here in Jacksonville, Florida. In fact, you can see all the testimonials on the walls here. Span that one down there, and they're all over our buildings up here. So we got some good questions today.
We sure do, and we're going to kick it off with Brian Deeker from Tennessee.
Hey, Brian.
He says, "Thank you for teaching. I really appreciate it, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
I am in the middle of a situation that you were in when you first started. 4 kids, no money, no hope until now. So
Always hope, Brian.
there's always hope. I spent $36,000 on courses from Robert Kiyosaki about 10 years ago and got nothing from it.
I've
Now-
heard that before, Brian.
Now I don't have much left and wondering if our family was going to be forced out of our home.
Oh no.
I wasn't sure if you were legitimate or not, but now I know you are."
You should be skeptical.
That's right. His question is, would you be prepared to lend me the money for closing costs on my first deal with a promise to repay double when I find the tenant buyer and they pay the deposit?
All right, well, first of all, Brian, no, I won't do that because you don't need that. All right, I suggest you start with wholesaling. Now listen to this. You go find a junker, contact the seller, you get a low price on it, as you can. You put it under contract, that's $10. And then you put it out on the internet free, and you find somebody to assign the contract to that wants to rehab it. All right? That's a minimum of $10,000 or $15,000 that you're going to get on that simple flip. Brian, you don't ever take title of the house. You don't buy it. There are no closing costs. Your buyer comes in and pays all of that and buys it, and you get a check for the difference. So, I mean, I don't know what training you've had, but wholesaling is simple. I mean, a 6th grader could do a wholesaling deal. Not much to it. So I don't know if you got my wholesaling course or what you got. We're in the middle of a boot camp here right now. You should get to as soon as you can. In fact, I show in here 5 deals that we've wholesaled here not too long ago. In and out of all 5 of them in 2 months from beginning to end, and netted $147,000 on houses we never bought. Okay, so I mean, there's several ways we can do this without you raising money.
Gotcha. Thank you. Next up, we have Tony and Angie Stewart in Ohio.
Hey, Tony and Angie.
If a seller agrees to a terms deal but insists the house is worth $50,000, which is 20% more than reality, how do you bring them back to earth without killing the deal, or do you proceed knowing that you will lease optioning it out?
What do you mean it's worth $50,000? What is that, a crack house? I mean, $50,000 houses in Jacksonville, unless they need to be bulldozed. So I mean, I don't know what you've got there, but you say it's worth 20% less than that? Wow, that's hard for me to believe. I think maybe you probably ought to do some research on your own comps. And remember, when you use comps, you can't use all the junk. You got to use the top 2 highest priced houses, which mean they are in excellent condition in that neighborhood. But you do need to have an idea of the ARV. So if they say they want 50 and you know it's not worth any more than that, assuming you're talking about its present condition, you got to get them down. But be very careful about killing the deal and you verify those facts. And if you're wholesaling it, honestly, what's the worst can happen? You put it under contract for $10 and nobody wants to buy it because you're asking too much for it. That's the worst can happen. I still wouldn't let it get away. Might not hurt to put it under contract for what he wants, and then go out and do some research on it, come back and show him your research and show him that he's wrong. And then he'll change his mind or he won't, but don't give up so quick on it.
All right, thank you. Next up, we have Greg Williams from California.
Hey,
He says, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. Does wholesaling work here?
it works there if you get outside of the very expensive houses, which they're all around you, not in San Jose, but all other areas around you. Low prices to you is not the same as low prices to us, that's for sure. But still, you got houses that, what's your median price home out there right now? $1 million? I don't know, somewhere around that. Okay, that means the price houses you're going to be dealing in for wholesaling. However, they have ugly houses in all price ranges. But remember, the higher price range you go, the more money your buyer's got to have to buy it, and the more spread you got to have in it. So you got to get into a lower price area, even if you have to get out of San Francisco totally, which you might. You don't even have to be in the city where the houses are to wholesale. I don't even care if you get out of the state of California. Most of the wholesalers today that do a lot of them, they go online and buy junkers in lower end areas, and they go online to sell those same junkers. And you can do the same thing at no risk, I might add. Okay, you're not buying the house. You're just assigning the contract. Don't forget that part. It ain't got anything to do with money or credit.
Thank you, Ron. Next up, we have Harry White from Texas.
Hey, I'm coming to you this weekend. I don't know whether you know it or not. Coming to San Antonio on Friday and Houston on Saturday, doing all-day seminars in both locations for the RIA group.
The main strategy discussed was the lease option. I am in Texas, and I believe you said the lease option can't be done in Texas legally.
That was a long time ago. Yes, it can be done, but it's got to be done correctly. You got to have an attorney involved in it. And the only thing is that you can't option it for more than 6 months. That doesn't mean you can't lease option it and put a leave a tenant in there as long as you want, but you have to cancel that option within 6 months if they haven't bought the house. That's all. Does not mean you can't sell it to them later. Does not mean you can't give them credit for their deposit later. But you do have to comply with the law, and that's why you need an attorney to make sure you do that. And worst case, you sell with owner financing, which is what a lot of Texans do. Not my favorite, because I give up the depreciation on the house, but I still get a monthly cash flow, and even that's going to require an attorney to do. But in Texas, fortunately, you got the fastest state in the country to foreclose, 21 days, and they're kissing the curb. So see if you can find an attorney that can do lease options for you, which is the benefit of being in one of the RIA groups.
That's right. Last question is Lori Mickell from California.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when the tenant stops paying on a property?
Well, it depends. If it's just a tenant, not a lease option tenant buyer, then you got no choice but to evict them. But if it's a lease option tenant buyer and you've done like I teach and get thousands of dollars up front, non-refundable deposit, you don't have to worry about them stop paying because they forfeit their deposit if they stop paying. But if you have to, you evict them. Now I try to use honey instead of force. In other words, I'd rather buy them out than evict them. I don't know what kind of price range you're in, but I'd rather give them $1,000 or $2,000 to move and clean up their mess after them than to force them out of the property, which I don't know how long it's going to take you as well. So here it takes me at least a couple of months to evict them out of the house. I'd rather just buy them out, cheaper, and less chance they're going to do any damage on their way out.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Ron. That is all of the questions that we have for this
My
week.
sister's got something she wants to say.
Oh,
Tell ya.
hi, Barbara.
This is BJ.
Hey. Hi guys, this is Barbara. I'm Ron's sister, one of the mentors. We're here at Quick Start and I'm calling leads and negotiating deals. So you want to make sure that you bring your leads at the next Quick Start so you get all those deals negotiated. So we're working hard on that.
Might as well come here and let us make you deals while you learn them.
Absolutely. And as
She's
far as,
pretty good at that.
yeah, I'm pretty good. About to be the second best, only second to Ron. He's the best. There's no one better.
That ain't what she says when I'm not around, though.
No, it is really. Hey, for that student that was in Texas, I have another student that just used Chicago Title in Texas, and they are doing seller financing deals. So that might be one you might want to check out. They are a chain, so check out Chicago Title if you are in Texas.
But
and see
not
if
for
they'll
lease
work.
options, because they won't do it. There's no title policy involved.
Yeah.
You got to be careful now.
But first,
With
buying
that-
on owner
with
finance.
that Texas rule, you better have an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I'll work on this deal for you. If that has anything to do with owner financing, in or out, cash deals, I don't care. But these terms deals, you need an attorney.
Yep.
Okay?
All right. See you at the next Quick Start.
All right.